Sorry?
Hi?
A little busy, you said?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah. Did you say you're
Yeah.
a little busy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to talk about the superstars in America or in Spain. The superstar.
Superstar. Okay, sure. Yeah, we can talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
So what about superstars? What would you like to talk about regarding that?
Just like the singers, the famous singers
Mm-hmm. So
in America.
Yeah, so in the United States, of course, we have like a lot of famous singers and a lot of famous actors and actresses. So we have all of those types of like, for example, with Hollywood and everything. In Spain, there's a lot of famous actors and actresses too. So we can talk about superstars in music, or superstars in basketball or sports, or superstars in movies, right? So there's a lot of different superstars. What type of superstars did you want to talk about?
Maybe war is okay. Or is okay.
Okay, so well, let's talk about superstars, the differences, like maybe the difference between superstars in China and the superstars in the U.S. So I think one big difference in the U.S. is that you have these people that are superstars for no reason, right? So do you know the Kardashians, for example? Do you know who they are?
The Susan.
Kardashians. It's a family. They're a pretty popular and famous family. They have they had, I'm not sure if they still do, but they have a TV show, and they are famous because they're rich. Well, they're famous for a lot of reasons, but they're famous because they're really rich. But they don't really do anything, right? They have a TV show, but they're not professional actors. But they're superstars.
Mm-hmm.
They're superstars because everyone knows who they are. I think that's different, right? In China, do you have people that are famous because they're rich?
They are rich?
Yeah, just because they're rich.
They are rich.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they have a lot of money.
No. I think not. There aren't superstars because they are rich, but there are some businessmen and did very well in commerce. They are very popular too.
Oh, okay.
They are very popular too. They are very rich, of course.
Okay, so
and
then
they are very.
So then they have a lot of power. No, do they have a lot of power?
Power? I just think they do. They have companies which work well. But I don't know if they have power or not.
Yeah. So I think
do you know?
That might be a difference, yeah. A lot of these types of superstars who have a lot of money also have a lot of power. So, for example, there was a superstar, he's a musician, Kanye West. He's actually married to one of the Kardashians, right? So Kanye West, I'm not sure if you've seen his name. And he actually was able to talk to the president of the United States because he's a superstar.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think, especially now with the president, with Trump, it's because Trump is a superstar too, right? Because he had his own show. So I think a lot of the people that work in Hollywood are able to now have power, like Trump, right? So,
power in policy.
power in the government. power in
Oh.
changing the way that people think about certain things.
This.
Yeah. So like for example, if there's like a cause to clean up the ocean, right? A lot of famous people will try to use their power to clean the ocean, for example, right? Is it the same in China or is it different?
I don't think so.
Yeah. What is it like to be a superstar in China?
They are very rich. They are very popular.
Mm-hmm. Do they have to do
Yeah.
something in particular? So like superstars in China, do they sing or do they dance or have a skill?
Some musicians will sing in different lands.
Mm-hmm.
They do different things. Maybe the movie star, they act in movies.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think they have much power in government.
Okay. Okay, so that's different. Yeah. So that's a little different.
Or almost.
Mm-hmm. I don't think that's the same. Now, if we're talking about Spain, I don't think it's the same in Spain. In Spain, I think there is still that separation of the superstars and government, right? But I think in America, it's difficult because we have elected not just Trump, but in the past we've elected Ronald Reagan. He was an actor, so we as Americans do not see a difference between politics and superstars. Really, it's very similar. It is, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. In fact, there are a lot of people who start maybe acting or they start being famous for music, and then they become a politician. So then they go into working for the government, which is kind of strange because it doesn't make sense, right? You think, why would they be qualified to work in the government? But they're able to because of power, right? Because they have the power. Do you think superstars are a good thing or a bad thing? Do you think that it's good that we have superstars?
Yeah.
Yeah? Why do you think it's good?
I think it have both sides, two sides.
Mm-hmm.
They have two sides. Some superstars, we can learn from their stories,
Mm-hmm.
and they work hard. So the young will learn from the superstars in some ways, just in some ways. But the other side, I don't think it's good.
Why is it not good? What's the other side of it? What's the negative part?
Oh, maybe some superstars are just put much emphasis on their faces,
Mm-hmm.
their how to say their body.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
But
Yeah. I think that's true.
Okay, maybe they are superstars just because they are very handsome or beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I think they should put more emphasis on. They should focus on their work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The movies, their songs, but in fact, the how to say in fact, it's not in this way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing how people will create idols from superstars, right? So So an idol is someone that you adore or admire, and superstars become people's idols. For example, maybe Angelina Jolie or Brad Pitt. They're actors, but people think of them as these people that need to be admired, right? That they are amazing. And it's bad when the person maybe does something bad, right? It's like a bad influence. Can you think of any examples of what would be a bad situation for someone to think that they are idolizing or admiring a superstar? So what would be some bad effects of thinking of superstars in that way?
Wow, I think do you mean I how to say? I give you a name.
An example or a name, of something. So, for example, if a famous actor is a superstar and he starts to take drugs, and then his fans think that it's okay to take drugs, so they start to take drugs as well. That's bad, right? That's a negative thing for a negative effect for people to look at superstars as a way to model their life or to follow, right? Can you think of another example?
I can't. I can't think. Name. Go ahead.
So just thinking in general, right? So, for example, there was a story in the United States about a famous swimmer, and I think his name is Michael Phelps, and he was an Olympic swimmer.
Michael
Phelps. Michael Phelps.
Phelps.
I think it's this one, like this. And he was an Olympic swimmer. This was maybe 7 years ago, and they discovered that he was taking steroids or drugs, some kind of drug. And people were very, very upset because they thought that he was misleading or tricking his fans, right? Now, he's a superstar, right? He was an athlete. He was a superstar. But there is an argument that maybe people should not be so interested in superstars in general, right? So that's just one example. So there's so many examples like that of people who are superstars, but they do bad things, right? They do bad things. So yeah, and I think it's difficult, right?
Do you know an American singer? Her name is Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift. Mm-hmm.
Taylor.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you think that she is a good superstar or a bad superstar? Do you think she's someone that should be idol?
Actually, I don't know about anything about her life, but I think I like her songs. I just say. Yeah, and I think is she popular in America?
She's popular in America. She's popular in Spain too, actually. Yeah, she's popular in. Yeah, she's especially popular in the U.S. And I think Taylor Swift is someone who people admire because she has focused on singing and not on her appearance, right? So I think that a lot of people think that she's a good role model. This is a good kind of vocabulary word. So a role model is someone who you admire, right? Very similar to an idol, right? An idol, role model, right? A lot of superstars are role models, right? But it's not just superstars. You can have for example, like a teacher or a lawyer be a role model. But in the United States, superstars are role models a lot of the time. People look at basketball players, football players, and they want to be like them, right? How is it in China?
Yeah, it's the same. Yeah, it's similar.
Yeah.
To China. The young often like superstars. The superstars often as their idols.
Yeah, and it's usually right. It's usually sports or maybe a singer, right, or someone who is famous like that. Yeah, and I think it's for example, when I was younger, I had role models that were superstars. I liked, for example, Michael Jackson. I thought he was amazing. Did you have any idols or superstars that you admired when you were younger?
Yeah. The J. J. Zhou.
Okay.
In China.
Who is that?
Have you ever heard about him?
I don't know. I think so.
J. J-A-Y-J. J. Zhou. Maybe his Chinese name is you maybe never heard about him. Heard about him. His English name is J. Just J.
And he's a singer.
Yeah, he's a singer.
Okay.
His songs are very popular.
Okay.
So.
Is he still popular now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, for about more than 10 years.
Oh wow.
More than 10 years.
Okay. That's good. And do you like him because of his music, or do you like him because of him as a person? Why do you like him?
Music.
Yeah.
Just because of the music. The Michael Jackson. Wow. He is amazing dancer, right?
Yeah.
But he did have some bad effect.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good example of a superstar that it's positive and negative, right? Because he was such a good dancer and he was such a good singer, but then there was a lot of problems and issues that he had to, right? Did you see the documentary on him? Do you know any information about him?
Michael Jackson?
Yeah. About his life?
Yeah, I have ever heard about he did some bad things on kids.
Yeah,
right?
With children, yeah. And there was a documentary, a series that actually was just released, and they interviewed the now adults, but they were children when Michael Jackson knew them, and they were talking about their experiences with Michael Jackson. It's very sad. It is. It's very sad. And he is a superstar that I loved, and now to see this, it's very disappointing. It's very sad. Yeah. Do you think, for example, if you were able to meet Jejo, would you want to, or do you think no? I like the idea of thinking of him as perfect. You know what I mean? Would you want to meet him?
I don't think he is a perfect person. Yeah, I don't think so. Just he has talent in music.
Okay. Well, that's good. Yeah. Because a lot of people think that superstars are perfect, right? That they can't do anything wrong and that they are always doing things that are excellent. Like in the United States, I'm sure you've heard of Beyonce, right? Beyonce.
Beyonce?
Mm-hmm. Have you heard
Yeah.
of her? Yeah.
Yeah.
She's a superstar that is everywhere in the United States. Everyone knows who she is. Everyone talks about her. She's really popular. Yeah. And everyone thinks she's perfect, right? So I think that's dangerous too, to have that type of label, to be thinking that when people think you're perfect, you can't make mistakes, right? It's difficult.
Yeah.
If you were a superstar, well, one question and then we can. But if you were a superstar, would you want to have? Well, would you want to be a superstar? Would you, if you were a really good singer, would you want to become famous?
Pardon?
So if you were really good at singing, or if you were really good at dancing, would you want to become famous? So would you want to be a superstar?
Maybe. I don't really think about this question, but I don't know, because a superstar can be very rich, right?
It's true. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
maybe can want to be famous.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about you?
I think the same. Yeah. I think I don't want to be a superstar because I think that it is a lot of responsibility and a lot of management
Pressure.
Exactly. Pressure, stress.
Yeah.
But I would like the money. Yeah. the money would be nice. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, I don't think I would want to be a superstar because there's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
So, no.
A lot of judgment.
Yes, a lot of judgment, a lot of criticism. Yeah, that's too much. It's too much. I'd rather have a very peaceful and calm life. I don't want my life to be that stressful. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Maybe me too.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stand the pressure, the judgment of everyone. Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah.
Wow. So I think their life can be very can be very not peaceful.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you were going to
Are there other superstars in singing in America?
Yeah, there's a lot of superstars. Beyonce, Taylor Swift, Jennifer Lopez. Do you know Jennifer Lopez? She's famous because she started as a dancer and then she became a singer. Oh, and she acts as well. So Jennifer Lopez, she's really famous. Let's see, for men, I would say the most famous now is famous singers. Famous singer for men. Oh, that's difficult. I'm not really sure. Probably like Kanye West, like I said before. He's not a singer, he's a rapper, but it's similar. And there's others, but I can't think of them. But there are a lot of superstars that are singers. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, because there's a lot of difference.
The movie stars?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, movie stars too. Yeah, I think the most popular now are like, for example, like superhero movies. So like X-Men or those types of superhero movies. They have a lot of actors and actresses who are superstars now. So those are really popular. Yeah. Superman, Spider-Man, all of that is really popular now.
Wow.
Yeah.
What about in Spain?
In Spain,
Yes.
yeah, superstars. Yeah, there's a lot of superstars. It's a little different here, just because, for example, like when I walk around the streets, sometimes I see famous people. You can do the same in California or in New York, but normally if you're just walking around in America, you don't see actors and actresses. But in Spain, sometimes you do. So, well, I live in Madrid, so it's easy to see famous people sometimes. So we've seen some famous actors and actresses. Superstars, I think superstars is more for Spain. It's more international. So they have more of an international recognition. So like Javier Bardem and Penelope Cruz, they're two that are really popular. And do you know Antonio Banderas? He's from Spain. He's
A famous singer in Spain.
he's actually an actor. So Antonio Banderas he's a famous actor. He's actually really famous in Spain, and then he's also done American movies. He's acted in American movies as well, so he's really famous. Yeah.
You said you can meet the superstars in the street. often?
Sometimes, yeah. It's very relaxed here, so you can see people in the street, and they're walking around like normal, like nothing, right? Like a normal life, yeah. What about in China? Can you see people?
Maybe not so often in China. You said there are different in America.
Yeah,
from Spain.
I think so. In the United States, if you are walking around New York City or in Hollywood, then you will see superstars. But usually people are talking to them and asking for autographs, right? So autographs are like when they ask for their signature, right? So that's usually the case. But here in Spain, you don't see people doing that. You don't really see a lot of people following them or saying, "Oh, hi, how are you?" Nothing. They're just walking around like normal people.
Wow, in Spain, it's wow.
Yeah.
He is popular, but there aren't some people following them.
Yeah, you don't. I'm sure it happens, but I've never seen it happen where people are following them and taking pictures and asking for autographs. It's not that common. Yeah.
In America, they do some take pictures of them, of the superstars.
Yeah, I think that's more common.
Wow.
Yeah, asking for a picture or an autograph. Yeah, that's more common.
Actually, in China, it's the same.
It's the same
thing. Yeah. If the superstar is popular, when you do this to take the pictures and follow them, attend their ceremony. Yeah, something like this.
So like when they get awards, like an award ceremony, you go to the award ceremony outside, you take a picture of them, right? Yeah, that's very popular in the United States too. Yeah, a lot of people do that. And I think it's interesting. For me, I don't really take a lot of pictures of famous people. If I saw someone famous, it's like, oh, that's really cool. But I'm not someone who's going to ask for an autograph and a picture. That's not really how I am. But,
So who are
My
your
superstar?
idols?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good question. My idols now, I think. Do you know who Jane Goodall is? Goodall.
Mhm.
So Jane Goodall is she's been like a humanitarian for years, for a very long time, and she has done a lot of work with communicating with animals, specifically with monkeys, and she's worked with chimpanzees. So she's worked with different countries and trying to understand wildlife, trying to understand the environment better. So she's like
She's what kind of job she did?
So it's kind of strange because she's a little bit of everything, but I think what her title would be is humanitarian. So humanitarian, she's just trying to help the earth, right, or help the world be a better place. So she's worked specifically in like the jungle, in the forest. Yeah.
She's American or Spanish?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think she's American. Yeah, she's American. Yeah.
Wow.
So, and she's amazing. She's my idol because she's done so much to help the world, and she's a really good person. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So who
Wow.
is?
I think she is a good idol.
Yeah, I think she's a
and
good one. Yeah. Who is your idol?
Maybe some good ones in teaching.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Yeah. Teachers are good idols, right? It's always good to have.
Yeah, and someone did in some land.
Mm-hmm.
Did good, did well in some land, and if she is outstanding, maybe I think she's so good.
Yeah, yeah. I think those are good idols to have. You know, superstars are really nice, but I think a good idol is someone who does something that helps the world, right? Instead of just being famous because they're rich, right? Like we talked about before. So, good. Okay, perfect.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Then I'll
Thanks for your.
So I think I talked to you tomorrow, right? So if you have anything you want to talk about, we can continue with this or talk about something else. Okay? Just let me know.
Okay. If I have something want to talk about, I'll test you.
Perfect. Sounds good. Okay. I'll talk to you.
Bye.
Bye.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.